Hey, what's up guys, Ghost here, and today I'm bringing you guys all a brand new best class setup video. So if you happen to miss the last one, I did cover the XR2, that will be linked down below in the description, but today I'm covering my class setup for the Pharo SMG. So let's go ahead and get started. And for the attachments, you want to have quick draw, rapid fire, and long barrel. Having rapid fire and long barrel are a must, just because with rapid fire it decreases the time in between the bursts because it is a 4-round burst SMG, and a long barrel just gives it more range. Pretty self-explanatory. I think that it's much consistent with long barrel. And for quick draw, you need to aim down sight faster just to win that gunfight. I just run quick draw on pretty much every gun in the game, and that's just my personal preference right there. And for the perks, you want to have ghost, fast hands, awareness, and dead silence. Ghost and fast hands for me, they're a necessity. I always need them in every single class. And for the other two perks, awareness and dead silence, it all just depends if you have a headset or not. So if you do have a headset, run awareness and dead silence, and if you do not have a headset, run something like scavenger, blast suppressor, or scavenger, dead silence. It all just depends on what you like better. If you like to have ammo, then have scavenger, but if you do not like to have ammo, then have dead silence and blast suppressor if you do not have a headset. But if you do have a headset, this class works pretty good, man. And this class setup is kind of different compared to my other ones because this class setup has 3 attachments, and I normally like to run only 2 on every gun, like quick draw and some other attachments. But the Pharo, I think having a long barrel and rapid fire are a must because it makes it a much better consistent weapon in my opinion. Then here are my kills with the Pharo. I got 4,991 kills, and after my first game with the Pharo, like after I recorded that bit of showing my class setup, I just went into a random game of domination on evac, and here's my first game with the Pharo. So now let's talk about the playstyle you should have with the Pharo. Should you rush with it? Should you take it slow and fall back with it? What should you do? Should you challenge the long range engagements, medium range, close range? Let's get right into that. So the Pharo, it's a 4-round burst SMG. It's an auto burst SMG, meaning that when you hold down the trigger, it bursts automatically for you, and I recommend you guys to just hold down the trigger just like the XR2, and do not time the burst yourself, because in the other Call of Duty games like the M16 and COD 4 and just the many burst weapons in previous CODs, what you would do is just time the burst and try to get the maximum fire rate, right? And since the Pharo is an auto burst SMG, what I recommend you guys to do, and what I always do all the time, is just hold down the trigger and let it burst for me. That's the best way to go about with the Pharo. That's just the way I like it. But if you happen to like bursting it yourself and just timing it, it's all up to you, but my personal preference is just to hold down the trigger and let it burst for me. So even though the Pharo is an SMG, I recommend you guys to challenge any gunfight, even at longer ranges, because since it's a burst weapon, every time you shoot, it just lets out 4 bullets, and if you happen to land all 4 bullets, I guess 2 times, it will take about 2 bursts at longer ranges, or even 3 if you happen to miss a few bullets, because that is sometimes the case. I noticed in this game where I did miss a few bullets within the burst into a guy, and therefore it took 3 bursts just because I didn't land all the bullets within the burst into the guy, if that does make sense to you guys. So since the Pharo is an SMG, treat it like one, and the way that rushing is the way to go, because with every SMG in this game, rushing is great to do, and with the LMGs and ARs, it's best to fall back and kind of keep it safe, right? And with SMGs, rushing and kind of taking it carelessly is kind of the way to go. And with the Pharo, that's what you want to do. Just rush with it and challenge people at any range. Don't be afraid to use this gun at longer ranges, and even on maps like Redwood or something like Hunted, because this will do you guys some work. It does work on small maps pretty well, like evac. It does some pretty nice work, and that's pretty much it for you guys. So hope you enjoyed this video, and tell me down below what was your score, your first game on with the Pharo. I'm very curious on that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So peace out.
Maybe send trained forces next time?